This is my 6th video in my TI-99 4A series. I'm going to cover 4 basic games: Escape, Bouncing Babies, Hot Rod, and Mini Frogger. I recorded some more footage of Escape. This is the 3rd time, I think, that I have actually recorded this game being played. I'm going to try to do a voiceover and some narration over this entire game here, and then you'll all see me playing the other games and loading them up. This video is another experiment in my series. I have tried doing some voiceover the video using a separate audio file recorded as a MP3 so that I could actually edit the audio a little better and cleaner, but I wasn't able to do that. So here you see me playing Escape and running around. I just play one full game and that's it. I lose 1 life. You'll notice if you've seen other videos, this one is captured directly. In this video, the purple is correct. At the top of the screen, you can see it says the word Escape. At the bottom of the screen, it has time, which elapses and goes down, and the blue is blue and the purple is purple, just like it's supposed to be. I've been having some problems with my FrameMeister being able to get purples not to be blue and have blues also be blue. It took me some adjusting and quite some time to get it correct, but it works all right. I mean, it's not exactly how it looks on a CRT TV, but it's about as good as it's probably ever going to get. Using a composite signal directly out of the TI, fed into a TV, which then feeds that signal out into my FrameMeister, which boosts it up to HDMI, and then takes that HDMI signal and puts it into a USB conversion device called the AVR Media Live, and then captures that as a TS file, and then converts that to an MP4 file for the final results. So what is it going through? 4 or 5, maybe even 6 versions of differences before you can actually see the final result, which is what you're seeing here. If you think it looks halfway decent, then I'm a success. It's definitely got to look better than it did when I was doing the upgrades and videos for the captured with my camera, which is way easier to do it that way, but this looks better. All right, what else do I have to say? So this video is kind of going to be self-explanatory, but I'm going to talk about who made the games a little bit. Escape, that was made by Bleepbit in 2019. Bouncing Babies was made by John Chase in 2010. Daddies Hot Rod was made by Lantern Software in 1983. And Mini Frogger by Roland Schlasser was made in 1984, and that game is actually in German. And it uses the joystick to play, which my joystick still doesn't work properly. I have another joystick adapter on the way so I can use Atari programs, but not yet. All of these programs are loaded with my NanoPEB, and be aware that I'm still new to it, and I actually show the programs being loaded and stuff. So this is sort of a way to see how to use the PEB without really needing to understand how it works. I want to thank Spark Drummer for posting tapes into a MP3 thread called the Best Plain Old TI-Basic Games, which has been updated in the last month or so, and he's been posting to it nearly daily. I haven't played any of these games in this video, but I will be playing them. Let's see, what else do I got to say here? Well, not too much more. I guess that about sums it up almost. What I do want to add is that when you're playing this game here, it plays pretty slowly. I've talked about that before, and I did try playing it in a TI Extended Basic, but it won't run properly. So it's a basic only or console basic only game. Maybe it can be compiled. In fact, if there's anyone who does compile this program or know of a version that is compiled, that'd be pretty neat. I played this game for about 8 minutes. That's about it. And then I play the other games each for between 5 to 10 minutes. My favorite one of the bunch is probably the Bouncing Babies one. It really seems to take advantage of what happens and what is available on Extended Basic. The Frogger game is okay too, but I believe Frogger is available as a cartridge, so why not just play that version of the game? But the Bouncing Babies, I think the only way to play it would be the Extended Basic. And it's pretty neat that someone made a homebrew of that Nintendo classic from the early 1980s. I have played that game on multiple platforms. and I enjoy it on all of them. I have some really good versions that were released for the Game Boy Advance in these collections of Game & Watch series. I think there's 4 of them total. Some of them are for the Game Boy Color and some are for the Game Boy Advance. If you have a chance, try them all out. I have been playing around a lot with my NanoPEB. It's a great device, and I recommend you getting one if you can. I think it came out like 10 years ago, but I don't know how popular it was or anything like that. Like, I'm just new to the community here, so a lot of this I'm playing blindly almost. I'm picking up some products. I have a few products on the way. I'm getting the final GROM in the mail. It's not been mailed yet, but I should get it in a week or two, and I'll try some games on that. But I'm still mostly wanting to devote my time to the basic. I want to say thanks to my friend Quinn Retro for continuing his series that inspired me to create these videos myself. He's making his latest video on the Sega Saturn, but I figured I might as well throw my hat into the ring and make another video, even if it's on the TI, which is my system that's currently set up on my desk behind me. You'll notice here that I'm actually on my last level that I play. I'm almost to the end of I've got about another minute and a half before I die. The game takes quite a while to play because it's kind of slow. Escape is a good game. If it was written in machine language and or sped up, but it'd probably be better. Because it takes so long to play and you can't continue. Like, if you could finish the first level and then continue, the game would be much improved, because then you could try to get past, say, this level again. Or I guess if you use a save state in like the MAME emulator, that would work too. Alright, well, I'm almost about to die here, so please forgive any differences in sound quality. This is a video that is really an experiment, and I'm hoping that it works out okay. Alright, so I'm about to fall to my death here, so I'll just let that happen, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. I am at the title screen of the Texas Instruments home computer, and on the expansion I have a NanoPEB, which is a CF card reader, and allows me to emulate the peripheral expansion device. And I'm going to now get into BASIC, and first thing I need to do is I need to mount, and I'm going to mount a program called Bouncing Babies. So actually it's call mount, and I'm going to mount it to disk 1, and it's volume 27 on my card. So there we are. Now I'm going to press function quit and get back to the title screen. And this is actually an expansion program. So the disk drive is still mounted. Now I'm at the TI Extended Basic, and the program is called Babies. So I'm going to load it from disk 1, Babies. And I will try playing it and see how the sound sounds. Alright, the program is in memory. I can run it. And I don't know if this program actually is, what would you say, gonna sound properly, but we'll go for it. So P. Program's working okay. I think what I'm hearing in my ears is slightly off, because I'm hearing the lag that's going through my USB port, which is a shame. I'm going to try to improve these videos. I just wanted to get something out there. My buddy Quinn has made a video a few days ago, and he shows off his Sega Saturn. So if you're into that system, you should check it out. It looks pretty darn cool. He shows all of his peripherals and things like that. I might try loading a second game. This program works pretty darn well. Whoops. And I'm also playing it on a slow speed. See if I can't get it to get 2 babies. Good. So as you can see, or you will see, if I press the number 3, I am... oh man. Alright, I'll show you the info so you can see how it works. Bouncing Babies, original game by Dave Baskin, TI-99 4A, remake by John Chase. Good job, John, it looks pretty good. Help the firemen rescue the babies from the burning hospital. Move the firemen with the 1, 2, 3 keys. Place them under the falling babies and bounce them into the waiting ambulance. Press any key to go back. Hint, press 1, 2, or 3 on the title screen to change the difficulty, which I've done before, but it makes the game too fast. And what I do want to emphasize here, as we're watching this game play by itself, is you don't move left and right in this game. You have 3 positions. The first position is over John. The second one is like if I press number 2, I'm over the word Chase, and if I press number 3, I'd be in position 3, which is 2010, which works pretty good. I mean, I like it. So I'm going to play the game once more. So now I'm press 2. So the game's it seems a little fast, but it works fine. In this game, I don't know if it's compiled or if this is just how fast it plays, but it plays nice. The speed is pretty good, and I dig that about it. And you'll notice in the capture that the babies seem to kind of not look great while they're moving around and bouncing, and that's the same as it looks on the actual hardware and the CRT screen. It looks approximately the same. I've checked it out, and at first I thought, what the heck, it doesn't look like that when I'm playing, but really it does. But it's totally playable, and I like it. I squashed a baby. I squashed another baby. Oh no, I want to squash all my babies. Alright. I think this is based on a Game & Watch game. Oh man. Yeah, and when I was in 6th grade, so in about 1983 or 84, my friend Chris, not the Chris's that I've talked about in the past, but he had this game, and he used to call it, I think, the Killing Baby game, or something like that. I forget what he called it, the Squash the Baby game. But that's this game. I think that's all I'm going to do for this part of the video. There may be more of the video, there may not. I just wanted to see how it would look on real hardware. The colors are approximately correct. I've got all that working. The reds are red, the blues are blues, purples are purples. I just can't get the audio to sync properly, so I might do separate voiceovers. But for now, it doesn't matter too much. Let's see how this looks and see how I can edit it. Once again at the TI screen, and we just finished playing Bouncing Babies, and I'm going to go into the TI Basic, so the console basic, by pressing 1. And the reason I'm doing this and showing you is because I still have a system that's not quite perfect, but I do have a NanoPEB. I don't really have a great setup. I have some captured footage, which is how you're seeing this, and it doesn't look great, but I've got the colors finally working right. And I've got my NanoPEB set up with a whole bunch of volumes, I think 27 volumes altogether, or maybe a little more. And I'm going to show some TI Basic games and Extended Basic games. And these are all, I think they're all from the TI Game Shelf, which is an internet site that just highlights some programs for TI Basic and Extended Basic. But now you are looking at a plain screen, so that's not very exciting. So the first thing I'm going to do is show an example of using the NanoBasic, or the NanoPEB. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I need to kind of relearn myself. So call, mount, and the first number I put here is going to be the disk I'm giving it, and I'm going to give it disk 1. And the reason I'm doing that is so I can show you some how to load a directory using this, which is great because I didn't think there was an easy way to do that. And if I do, I load a program. So I'm going to load a program from disk 1, and it's called catalog. And it's loaded, and all it is a simple basic program. I mean, I don't quite understand how it works, or at all. I haven't looked at the code, but it's not a machine language program, which is what I would have expected. So but it's very handy, and it allows me to look at the volume, or the disk actually, that's available to me. So I'm going to mount another disk, and I'm going to call mount. This time I'm going to mount a disk to drive 1, drive 2. So now you can have up to 3 floppy disks simulated, or emulated, I guess. I'm not sure what you'd call it on this NanoPEB. And I'm going to try a game called, let's try Hot Rod, which is just a plain old basic game. I can actually play it here. Oops, I can't type it like that. So it is volume. I have a little cheat sheet thank you to the Atari user, what a quinky dink, for giving me some hints on how to use this NanoPEB and telling me to make a cheat sheet, which is just a piece of paper I have, which allows me to list down what the volumes are. Maybe there's an easier way to do it, I don't know, but it works for me for now. So I'm going to load up a TI-basic program called Hot Rod. It's not that fast or anything. In fact, it's quite slow, but it will play a quick game. So first I'm going to run the catalog just so I can show you what's on. I'll show you what's on the first disk, which this is the disk that came with my NanoPEB. And it's kind of slow, but it works. So if I wanted to, I can load any of these programs like catalog, CF Manager, example, things like that. But I don't care about that. I want to look at, so I'm going to run it again. I want to look at the directory of disk number 2. And disk number 2 has a program called Hot Rod. So I'm going to load it, disk 2, comma, Hot Rod. And when I run it, and by the way, this does seem to load a little slow, but I'm guessing it's the exact same speed as it would have loaded from a floppy disk. And it's a heck of a lot faster than loading a game that, in my experience, from the tape drive. And I'm going to run it. And I guess right now, as it's running, it's doing an initialization. Not really sure. This used to happen in when I used to use Commodore 64 programs and also Atari programs. All right, here we go. We have a black screen, but in a minute, I think I'm going to have a little title screen, sort of. Yeah. And so it's made by Lantern Software, 1983. And that's about all I know about it. I could look this up. The end looks a little weird, but I'm guessing it's supposed to look like that because it looks like that on both of them. So let's get past this title screen. Maybe enter. There we go. So Daddies Hot Rod. And pressing the space again. Do I want instructions? In this case, I want to take instructions. So you have borrowed Daddy's Hot Rod and are just out for a tootle around the jolly old block. Using the S and D keys to direct the car, you must avoid a prang at all costs. I guess a crash, that means a crash. Upon your travels, you may increase your happiness by picking up hitchhikers and transporting them to the next garage. A high score is given at the end of each game. Press enter. So the game's about to start up here. And I only can go left and right, and this is a super basic game. But I did remember playing games like this on my, and I am the car that's going down. I played a game similar to this. Oops, I crashed. Where's my bottle gone? I guess I'm supposed to sound drunk. That's kind of funny. Yeah. So happiness 0, miles 0. The furthest you've gotten so far is 0 miles. So I'm going to play again. But I used to play a game in typing class in 7th grade. So in about 84, that we played in the computer room, which was really a closet that had about 3 or 4 TRS-80 Model 3 computers. And I'm just going back and forth by pressing the A and S key. And what's weird is you can't go straight. And maybe it's because I'm supposed to be drunk. I don't know. Oh, I guess I can go straight. I played a similar game when you can't go straight. So I'm crossing a bridge now. That's pretty cool. And the game looks jerky, and guess what? It is. There's a hitchhiker. So if I run into him, I can pick him up. And I guess I get some extra credit for that. And I think I'm going to crash here, and there's nothing I can do about it. I guess I have to look ahead a little bit. So it's totally random. Oh no, Daddy's Hot Rod! So it's going to give me some more updates. No miles, no happiness. Let's see if I can't get at least a point or two here. Thanks for the people who have given me tips and stuff on how to load games and games they recommended on the AtariAge forums. I do appreciate it. And I did order a cartridge which will allow me to play, I think it's called the Flash, it's a Flash ROM, and it's going to allow me to play the games that were originally released on cartridge. So I'll play some of those, but I kind of did that so I could have like some utility programs that are available. And I'm not sure about the audio here. Hey, you know what? I wonder if this is the same every single time. Yeah, it is, so I don't want to get that. Shoot, I crashed. Huh, I thought it was random, but it doesn't seem to be random. Shoot, fiddlesticks, or whatever that's supposed to be. Alright, we're going to try this game again. So this isn't bad for TI-Basic. I'm getting used to it, and I guess that's what it takes, is you got to get used to the speed of a system. I have been playing some games in emulation that are cartridge, and they run just as fast as any other game system or computer from this time period. So it's really just TI-Basic that's slow, and Extended Basic is considerably faster. And I've tried some games that are compiled TI-Basic and compiled Extended Basic, and they play, I mean, pretty much as fast as can be expected on any console. Like, I played a game called Pengo. I think here I need to start going all the way to the left. Am I gonna still crash? Alright, cool. Oh no! Alright. Okay, great. Oh man, that's my own fault. One thing about this game that I do like is the controls keep up with me, and that is convenient because some of these TI Basic games don't. They don't keep up with me at all. That's really annoying. So it looks like maybe I'm leaving my house there. Got a brick wall. I wonder if it'll wrap all the way back to there. It occurs to me that since I have these videos going, that if anyone has any suggestions for games they want, please put them down below. If you like my games that I play or my video, give me a thumbs up, or if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. I'm not particular. And if you have comments, be they negative or positive, they're fine. If they're negative, kind of, you know, give some positive feedback. Well, not positive feedback. What's the right word? Criticism. That's, oops, there's me crashing again. Yeah, give me criticism. Who put that there? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I guess there's directions for this game somewhere, and it probably says I'm a drunk driver, which is kind of amusing. I used to have a basic book, or a book of basic games, that had all of these basic games you could type in, and one of them was, I think it was called Wrong Way or something, but you were drunk and you were going the wrong way down the street, so all the cars were coming towards you instead of away from you. And this game works pretty good now that I'm used to it. I guess the trick of this game is to oh, and this is running, by the way, on a standard TI. I don't think it requires the 32K of basic that's installed. I don't think. So I think this would work from a, can I get all the way over to this one? Yeah, okay. Man, that's tricky. Oh, I might get the hitchhiker. I got him. Ah, that's my own fault again. I would have liked to got that straight away. Oh, poo, I've crashed. That's pretty funny. All right. I don't know who programmed this game, but it's a pretty good little job you've got going here. If anyone who made this game ever sees me playing it, leave some feedback. I've over the years, sometimes years later, after I've made a video, I'll have someone who programmed the game or made the software that I'm reviewing just leave some quick feedback and like, hey, thanks for making this video. I haven't seen this game being played or used in 25 years or such as that. And it's pretty neat to see feedback like that, because I guess maybe someone has searched their name using Google or something or other, and it's popped up with a video on YouTube of me playing their game. And oh man, not fast enough. So you really do have to be very, not pixel perfect, because this, but character based perfect. Who put that there? Alright, this is going to be my last game, and then I'm going to quit this one and maybe load up one more game that I've played over the last couple of days. Maybe I'll try playing a extended basic game again. Although playing these TI basic games kind of gets me thinking that maybe some other people out there who just have a standard system in their garage can load up these games and maybe participate a little bit by loading up their TI with games from quote tape. In fact, this has been a discussion in the AtariAge forum over the last few days about the best way to load the MP3 media, and people have been discussing how to do that using MP3 players. And I use the computer to do mine, but some people just want to use a portable player. And I can't say I blame them, because it isn't. Oh no. Oh shoot, you gotta just keep going diagonal. Alright, so I'm gonna actually list part of the program here. So I guess I can quit it. Let's see if I can quit it. Will it let me? Breakpoint, yeah. Let's see if it'll list it. I know in other systems what they would do is they would make it so you couldn't list their programs, like they would copy, when they wouldn't really copy protection. There was always a way to get around it easily, usually too. But in this case, I'm just listing the program, and I'm not going to list the whole thing, but it's neat that you can, if you wanted to, probably make a change and see what you get. In fact, you could probably list this to your printer if you wanted to back in the day, and examine the code and learn a little bit about how to program in TI-BASIC. And especially, from what I've seen, this is one of the better programs. And if you're new to this computer, that might seem surprising, but if you're new to BASIC, it might not seem so surprising at all. All right, so let me quit here, and we will phase out to another game. You're finding yourself at this title screen for the TI several times in a row now. And this time we're going to do much the same. We're going to go to TI-BASIC, and we are going to use my NanoPEB to mount one more program. I think I'll try an extended basic program this time. Let's try a Mini Frogger. So that's going to be my volume 22. So I got to do a call. Actually, no, I do have to do a call, but I have to mount my first one because I don't know what the program's called. So I have to load the volume, and then load catalog. You know, I'm learning my way around this pretty well, not pretty well. I'm just loading programs. I'm not trying to program the system, but I want to load the catalog again. But what I'm trying to say is I am learning how to use the system, and that's one of the joys of using, run. What do I think I am on an Apple? All right, we're going to do, we'll do number 1. I just realized I didn't. Let's quit the program because I need to mount disk 2. Oops. Here I am saying that I'm learning to use the program properly, but am I able to mount a program properly? No. So the Mini Frogger is number 22. And now I'll run it, and I'll look at the disk. And we'll look at disk 2. And I'll, it's called Mini Frog, so, except it's extended basic, so I need to get into extended basic. And, I guess it's loading it automatically. That's something, I have to load it as disk number 2. All right, no problem. We'll go back into this. You're learning through, well, I'm learning. How about that? What do you think? So, we will mount disk 1. Oops. Mount disk 1 as 22. And the reason it did that, by the way, is because it was auto-loading the first disk. That's the disk that comes with the NanoPEB, and that's what I had in the first drive, which is a nice feature. I like it. And so what was it? Old disk 1 Mini Frog, I think? I hope so, because if not, I gotta back out to... Now, I'm not sure if I can load my... Alright, this is a good little game. It's just written in BASIC. Nothing too exciting, but, you know, you might get the idea that it looks like Frogger, because it kind of does. But what is it, Frogger? Not really. It's something similar to it. You get this black screen here, and eventually it gets to the game. And I have my TI adapter plugged in, which still doesn't support a fire button. I did order another one, which hopefully this one's broken and it's not my actual system. Alright, so it took a little while. This one is written, well, it's written in BASIC, but it's a German game. And I don't know what any of this says. If you speak German, let me know. Let's see. So, let's see. How do I start it? I did play this before. So, how did I start the game? By the way, even though it hasn't worked right, you'll see that the worms or whatever at the top are moving back and forth because those are sprites and they look good. You know. Oh, it was cute to start it. Okay. So, it was. I have played this before. Alright. Okay, there we go. You know, I'm going to leave all this broken stuff in here. These are... Oh, shoot. My own fault. The control works okay. It takes a while to get killed there, but, you know, that's the problem. I wouldn't say problem. That's the charm of some of these basic games here. So, as you can see, this has got a lot of sprites moving at the same time. I think the system can only show 8 sprites, so even though this is an extended basic game, if someone can let me know, I think this is using some tricks to get around the 8 sprite limitation on the screen at once. Not sure how it does that, but someone can probably tell me. Alright. Oh no! There we go. One happy frog. Alright, now I get to be at the bottom again in a minute. I don't think I've actually cleared the screen here. What do I have to do to get the next guy to appear? You know, I guess it just takes a while. Alright, so I don't know when this came out, but it looks okay. That's the problem with some of these. Oh shoot! That's the problem with some of these games. I don't know much about them. I'm finding them on that. Oh come on! Oh man! Going left. So my favorite version, home version of Frogger is gotta run away from the plane. My favorite version, like I was saying, of Frogger is on the Atari 8-bit. It looks really good. And the Commodore 64 version is decent too. Those are the 8-bit versions. What's interesting is I only found out recently that the arcade version of Frogger has a bug in it, so sometimes when you jump, I don't think that's going to work. Oh, nope. Sometimes when you jump, you don't actually land properly because there's a bug in the game. And someone, I guess, worked out the bug in the last few years, and there's a fix for it, I think. Actually, let's try going here. Alright. Great. So the sprites in this game look vaguely similar to, in fact, quite similar to the arcade version of the game, which is set up vertically, I think. Man, now I'm forgetting. I think it's set up vertically. Oh no! Alright, there we go. There are so many clones of this game out there, and there's good reason for that. Oh, that's my own fault. You know, yeah, it takes a while to get started again. I wonder if this is another game that I can quit and see. So what do we got? The first lane has blue and purple and white cars. And here I am again. If anyone knows German, let me know what it says on the screen. I'm kind of curious myself. Oh, whew. Okay. Okay. Come on. Ah. That's kind of my own fault. I was trying to get up from there right away, but yeah. What do I got? One more frog? Come on, I can clear this guy out. Now, this game, while it plays good, you do have to take into account it is written in BASIC, so you kind of have to plan ahead for that. Oh, that's my own fault too. And I just accept that there's and this game doesn't have really much of a lag, but it just doesn't react as quickly to your movements. So I think that's going to be it for my game. I'm not going to try to load any more games. I think that's going to finish up my gameplay for this episode of my TI games. I do appreciate that people have been helping me out in the Atari Mania forums. So thanks for that. I'm going to quit here and see if I can't see the program. Nope, doesn't look like I can quit. So maybe it's compiled? I don't know. Maybe this one does prevent you from getting back, but I can't see it. So if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I'll try to play those in my next game. Otherwise, I might try Pingo, which is a compiled game, and a couple others maybe. Alright, hope you enjoyed my video, and I'll be back with another one in the next, I don't know, few days, a week, something like that.